Chad is here from D.A. Davidson, and we're talking stock market. So let's focus on yesterday first. I hear it was lower. What was it that drove the markets?
It was slightly lower yesterday, Victoria. It was down 128 points on the Dow, closed at 29,423, and the S&P and the NASDAQ were also slightly lower. Of course, everything has kind of been focused around the coronavirus, and that continued on yesterday as well. So the market was down with new reports coming out of China yesterday that drove the market slightly lower yesterday.
And what can investors expect today?
Well, right now the futures are showing that the market's expected to open slightly higher as they kind of shrug off again the coronavirus news, so that's just kind of been moving the market up and down slightly each day. So it is expected to open a little bit higher. Later in the day we'll be watching the news on retail sales to see how those come out.
And I also hear some contribution limits and exemptions have changed for this year. So what can you tell our viewers about that?
That's right. So now that we're into 2020, there are some differences. Now, for those that make traditional or Roth IRA contributions, those remain the same as last year at $6,000 per person, and they can do a $1,000 catch-up if they're over age 50. They did increase the amount that we can put into our 401ks, 403bs, and 457 plans, so your company retirement plans. That went from $19,000 up to $19,500 for a maximum, and then if you're over age 50, you can put in an additional $6,500. So we can put in a lot into those plans tax deferred. And then the gifting laws are now at $15,000 per person per year that you can give to folks, and as a joint couple you can split the gift and do up to $30,000 without having to file a gift tax return. And then finally, the lifetime exclusion for estate tax. It wasn't that many years ago, Victoria. That was, in fact, when I started, I remember it was $675,000, and then it was $1 million. Now it is $11.58 million per person.
Quite
so
the
a
jump.
really high number.
Yeah.
So that went up also this year. So estate tax is not nearly the concern that it was 20 years ago for people.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. You have a great Valentine's Day. Big plans. He's going to Chuck E. Cheese tonight with the kids. We'll be back after the break.
Thanks, Victoria.